Carolyn Cadigan from the Sanford Springvale News with us this morning. Welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Andy.
I'm telling you, last week's last week's edition was crazy. You had 16 pages?
Yes.
And what's going on this week?
Well, we have another 16 pages if you pick up the paper version. But this week we have a story on Chief Eric Small's decision to not run for Congress. I guess he's going to need to reprint those signs we see in people's yards around town. But he has his sights set on a different political position. So we have an article that talks about his reasoning behind the change, making that change. And we also have a story on the high school schedule that may be potentially changing for high school students next year. They're looking at moving from a 5-block schedule to possibly a 4-block schedule. There are a lot of compelling arguments on both sides of that debate. So this article looks at the reasoning that different people have.
So if, for example, when you and I went to school, it was 8 periods a day? We'll call them blocks, right?
Yeah.
So in the age where they say that everybody has attention issues, the classes are longer. So that kind of goes against the, everybody has a short attention span. Maybe if they're just on TikTok. I don't know. But the point is, it's going to be interesting to see how that all works out. So they're going to make the classes even longer.
It is. Yeah. Well, yes, but there's a lot of other issues that come into it in terms of some of the electives that the students can take. And then when you weave in the regional technical centers classes, there's prep that needs to be done by the teachers over there. So the longer blocks help with that. I'm sorry, the 5-block schedule is more helpful for that. So,
but when would that take effect?
It would take effect next school year, and the school committee is going to be voting on that next week. But it's an interesting article because it gives perspectives on both sides of the story.
I love that you guys do that. Sanford Springvale News in the studio here talking about the new issue, and it isn't always just one side of it. It's like, here are the facts, here are both sides. You figure it out. Right.
Yeah. Well, that's the role of a newspaper, right? No opinions. It's just, this is what's happening.
Not everybody does it, but you guys do it well.
Well, a newspaper really does it.
I like how you did that. What else is going on?
So we also have a review of the last couple planning board meetings. And the reason I bring that up is because there's some additional developments going up in Sanford and Springvale. There's a couple of small-scale subdivisions with single-family homes, but there's also a major development of 5 apartment buildings going in South Sanford.
All right.
So this article talks a little bit about where those are located and who's behind them, who's building them.
When I was talking to the fire chief last year, he said basically everything's kind of moving towards the coast. I mean, to us it would be South Sanford, but I guess it would be more east. But this speaks to that, as the buildings that come in seem to be built towards Wells more than just, say, Acton, if we're going that direction. Yeah.
Right. And if you think about it, with the shipyard, there's a lot of business and jobs available in southern Maine, further south, and it gives residents in this community, which, believe it or not, is a little more affordable than surrounding communities sometimes.
Yeah, we are the most affordable city in Maine, from what I understand.
Yeah, I don't know that for a fact, but it's probably true, and it allows people to, buy a home and still be able to commute to their work, as well as the beach and, a lot of the natural settings in southern Maine.
We are in the same boat when it comes to really beating the drum for Sanford for many years, and the fact that we have so many things at our feet that we don't always take advantage of, but slowly but surely people are realizing, I think more and more people are in on our little secret that we have a really cool place for people to, raise a family. If you like the outdoors, we have the trail system. We're close to the beach. And, we're not Portland. We're not Portsmouth. We're not Biddeford. We're right over here. And we kind of have our own little, what we should do? Mousom River. Can we redirect that and make it a moat? Right? And we could just have a big old drawbridge like it's the 1600s.
To keep them out?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that. I was just saying we could live on our own little island.
Yeah.
I love moats. I've always wanted one. Carolyn, that's great. Anything else you want to throw in from Sanford Springvale News?
The only other thing I'll mention is with the holidays coming up, we have information on Thanksgiving food donation sites and some free community dinners that are being offered in the city. And beyond Thanksgiving, the holiday gift giving programs are starting up, so we have some information on that. The people of Sanford and Springvale have always been very supportive and generous with people in the community who are in need. So I'm hoping that information might be helpful for people.
I had heard a story just recently when Curtis Lake Church was doing a fundraiser. They did like a pizza night, and they had so many people show up. I mean, due to in part to the government shutdown and some of the SNAP benefits and whatnot. So they had more people than they expected, and they prayed over the food. And because they were like, there's no way that we can feed all the people with the food that we have. But they prayed on it, and somehow it all worked out. So it's cool that we continue to do these things. Carolyn, thank you for joining the program this morning. It's the Sanford Springvale News in your hand tomorrow and also in your inbox on Saturday. We're back to the music faster after these.